complexity of interest, getting from here, from your idea, to there, requires a consensus of prospective value in the marketplace, all right? The truth, I just saw a figure this week, 0.07%. It's probably high success rate, 0.07%, all right? If you knew for a fact that you had to go do an errand across the street and you had a 0.07% chance of reaching the door across the street, how many of you would cross the street? Exactly.
There you go.
Exactly.
There you go.
All right. And that's my point that I made earlier. Clinical relevance is not the same as commercial relevance. You can't have just one. And in order to get there, you need to demonstrate an investable thesis, an investment thesis, commercial as well as a clinical need. All right? Something that the technology can support it, and you can build the infrastructure to support it, and you can reach a continuing series of milestones in order to sustain it through what is undoubtedly going to be a very long, circuitous, exciting, exhilarating, sometimes painful process.
So much could have been done. So I wasn't listening at all. I was talking about my science project. And the other thing that happened, which was really interesting, because we did go out and we did raise funding, and we raised a lot of money. We've raised like $4 million in angel funding over the years. So we have learned how to talk to people. We have learned how to make science experiments make sense to an investor. Is that when I got that first check, it was a $25,000 check from an angel investor, and it was a personal check, like the same kind of check that I'd write to the laundromat, but it said, Immunome, $25,000. And I realized at that moment, it was not my company anymore. I was working for him. It wasn't much money. I had all the equity, but the relationship completely changed. And I had a fiduciary obligation to that person to spend that money in a way that honored his investment and his faith in me.